Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. So here's the lefty, Logan Allen. What do you have on him, Siggy?
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command, tempo, and just really a confident presence out there on the mound.
All right, ready to get underway. Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate.
Number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And we're underway in Cleveland.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
To third, Ramirez. The throw to first, 1 out in the top of the first. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Nico Horner, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Allen, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. Look out! And it hit him.
Batting third, left fielder, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ up to hit. Horner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Half lays off. This one in the air, center field. Valera should have this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Alex Bregman.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Ball.
Two outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. Next offering is fouled back. And that misses off the outside edge. Three-two now. Seiya Suzuki in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. In the air, left side. Kwan in position. And that is that. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back now at Progressive Field. And on the hill here today, Cade Horton. What's the word on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Number 38, Stephen Kwan.
Swings and misses. 1-2. Bounced up the middle. Swanson throws to first in time. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Guardians lineup now. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Here's Jose Ramirez. 2 for 7 in the series so far.
Ball.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. Still one challenge left for them.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a foul straight back. 1-2 now. Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Jose Ramirez bops one out. His first homer of the year. The Guardians strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
One down. Kyle Manzardo getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 0-1. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. And gone! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with the pitch outside the zone. Impressive. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. Ball one there. The 1-0.
He rides. Ball two.
Hoskins pushes it foul. 2-2 now. On the
That's
ground.
foul ball.
And foul ball. Two down. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. And it remains 2-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Daniel Schneemann digs in now.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left.
No,
and that's
foul.
just foul.
Ball 2.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. And
Ball
the
3.
sweeper misses for a ball. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Swing and a ground ball. And it goes just foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's an impressive battle. 11 pitches before he finally got ball 4. So man aboard, Bo Naylor will hit next. Now the 0-1.
Ball 1.
Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. A 2-run homer, their 3rd home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0. Let's break out the StatCast numbers. It's Singy. It tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Gabriel Arias in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground to short. Swanson tosses to first. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. but they go deep 3 times in the inning and score 4. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. The Guardians lead this one 4-0. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Back here in Cleveland. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive, fill up the strike zone, don't issue free passes.
And the 1-0.
Ball.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Right through there for a strike. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
One gone, runner at first. And here's the first baseman. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. Swing and a miss. Check swing. He went. That is strike 2. Man at first, one away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Arias under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting eighth, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. Pulls that one foul. And the 0-1.
No, off the plate.
Shaw leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The shortstop takes the ball. And that'll do it. One left for the Cubs. They're down 4-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Stepping up for the Guardians, George Valera. Valera thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. And that's in there at the knees. Strike 2. And down on strikes. And one away.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Up the middle, Horner. Over to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Up next for the Guardians, left fielder, Steven.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Steven Kwan, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. His second of the year, and they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Ramirez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Two down, nobody on.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Guardians tack on another with this home run. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Carson Kelly, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Kwan takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. And there's a foul ball. Tap foul at the plate. And they'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Yeah.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Up next for the Cubs, second baseman, Nico
2
Horner.
outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Hit by a pitch his first time up. And that is out of play. That's a little bit low. Line drive. And that gets down for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now here is Ian Happ.
Ball one.
And that one upstairs, ball one. Horner off of first with 2 away. Base hit center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's Alex Bregman. Fly to left his first time. Hit hard on the ground to short. 3rd out. Cubs strand a couple. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Here in Cleveland, the spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
And Boog, it's been a fun time in the right field bleachers with all those balls heading out that direction. Seems like a good day to be a lefty slugger.
Ground ball up the middle. Horner throws to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Hoskins pushes it foul. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And
No,
1 and 2.
Outside.
That's out to center field. Crow Armstrong settles underneath it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Guardians.
Daniel Schneemann digs in now. He walked and came around to score his first time up. That one at the knees for a strike. And a swing and a miss there. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch
Ball
misses, and that is ball 1. Stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Guardians fail to score, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. Foul ball.
Ball.
Close
No,
one,
that's a
doesn't
ball.
get the call. Yeah, that's ball 2. Grounds one to short. Schneemann sends it to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Up next for the Cubs. 3rd baseman, Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw will hit next. Reached on an infield single his first time. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Popped up. Manzardo under it. Out. Number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, number 17.
2 down, base is empty. And now the first baseman, 0 for 1 so far.
Ball, no.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Swings through that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And it's even up. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. This one in the air, center field. Valera on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It's 5-0. Back now at Progressive Field. So in now for Cleveland, Bo Naylor. Liner caught it second. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Next for the Guardians, second baseman, Gabriel Arias.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias. Grounded out his first time.
That's a strike.
The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Out towards right center field. Suzuki on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next
and there's
for
2
the
away.
Guardians, center fielder, George Valera.
Here's the center fielder, George Valera. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Right through there for a strike. But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes.
Swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. He'll touch them all. And they add on. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Siggy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
So 2 down. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Angel Martinez. To the right side, Horner. Play made, that ends the inning. Guardians tack on another with this home run. It's now a 6-0 ball game. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there, and that's a foul ball.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
In there at the knees. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Swanson checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held up. Ground ball left side. And foul ball. Payoff pitch. No question about this one. It's out of here. Dansby Swanson blasts one out. Third home run of the season, and they cut into the deficit. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
Ball.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth. Ripped into right field, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Stepping in, Pete Crow Armstrong. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that is foul. Kelly on at first, nobody out.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 2. Next offering upstairs. Fought off foul. And a payoff pitch. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. One out man at first. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. This to third. Ramirez sends it to first. Now 2 out.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder Ian Happ.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder Ian Happ.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner in the center.
Line drive. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes Kelly. Safe. It's 6-2.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's Alex Bregman. And there's a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Guardians 6 and the Cubs 2. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show Chicago.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Back now to start the bottom of the fifth and taking over on the mound, Edward Cabrera.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So back to the top of the order. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Nice grab. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Guardians, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
So digging in, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one.
That's a ball.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And up next for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. He's already homered in this game. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Starts him off with the breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
And that is that. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. They lead it 6-2. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Daniel Espino gets handed the rock out of the pen,
and he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Here comes the 0-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 2. Substitution now at first base. Cubs going to a pinch runner, Michael Conforto. I'm not sure about the reason for this one. He's actually a slower runner.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Here comes the 0-1. And a curve misses outside. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Eric Sabrowski, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Conforto gets his lead at first with nobody out. This one in the air center field. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
Now batting, first baseman, number 17.
And here's the first baseman. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next offering is fouled back. The Guardians leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Tries to hold up, appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
No, that's a ball.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got it. And that'll do it. Cubs leave 1. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Guardians DH, Rhys Hoskins.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Pitch misses inside, ball 1. Hard hit left side. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for the Guardians, the shortstop, Daniel Schneeman.
Daniel Schneeman, the next to hit. He is struck out and he is walked. The shortstop takes the ball. Just off the outside edge. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Up next for the Guardians, catcher, Bo Naylor.
Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. He crushed one out of here earlier, an absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing. His swing, man, is so clean right now. I doubt he even felt the baseball make contact with the bat.
Outside low, and that's ball 1. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Lead runner around second. Now the tag at third, and they got him.
Boog, that's just a terrible decision to go for third right there. I mean, he was hosed by a lot. Not even close. You've got to be a little smarter than that on the base paths.
Now playing right field, number 20, Michael Conforto.
So man aboard Now it's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the Guardians, center fielder.
So up next, George Valera. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. Going, gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A surprise performance here. You don't expect this kind of power from him, but he's proven everyone wrong with a multi-home run game.
So 2 down, and now the right fielder, Angel Martinez. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. One. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. Guardians put up 3 on this homer. It's now a 9-2 ball game. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. On the ground. Fired to second. Over to first, but he beats it.
Up next for the Cubs, second baseman, Nico Horner.
One out man at first. Here's Nico Horner. Yeah, that's fouled off.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
On the ground to third, and that's foul. Upstairs. The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. In the air, left field. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder Ian Happ.
Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Crow Armstrong, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 7. It's 9-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Left fielder Steven Kwan.
Kwan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next
Ball
pitch
2.
misses outside, and a count now 2-0.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And the strike is overturned after review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Right through there for a strike. And that one hammered. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Michael Bush getting loose there. He's now in the game at first.
Number 29, Michael Bush.
D-Ride.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo.
High.
1 out and a runner at second.
That's a ball.
Swings through that. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Man at second. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Swanson fires over to first. 2 down.
Up next for the Guardians, designated hitter Rhys Hoskins.
Rhys Hoskins getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
No.
Man on second, 2 down. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Ripped, but it curls foul.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Guardians leave 1, but they still lead it 9-2. For the top of the
Leading
8th,
off for the Cubs,
now it'll be the
the
Cubs
designated
DH,
hitter,
Alex Bregman.
Ball.
Out towards right center field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto will climb in. And it's fouled away. Close, but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 0-2 now. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
That ball was ticketed for right center field all the way, but not so fast, the second baseman says. Leaps up into the air and brings it down. Some nice hang time as well when he was up there.
2 outs, base is empty. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. It's the Guardians 9 and the Cubs 2.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Luke Little.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Daniel Schneemann. Now a fly ball to right center. Crow Armstrong on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Guardians.
Digging in, Bo Naylor.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swings through that one. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. That one just missing inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 2 down, base is empty. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong has a beat on it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. It's the Guardians 9 and the Cubs 2.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Eric Sabrowski.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Leading off, Michael Busch, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
No.
Swings through that. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. A little out front there as he swings through it. Man at second. Pitch kicks away. And it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds. Movement in the bullpen. Number 41 getting ready to go. And that one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Outside low. Full count now. Swing and a ball popped up. Manzardo under it. One away.
Up next with the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly.
And now it's going to be Carson Kelly. So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Moises Ballesteros. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. Moises Ballesteros can't hold up, and that's a strike. Yo one.
Ball one.
Outside. And now 2-2. Ballesteros
did he swing?
Checks his swing. Appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Eric Zabrowski is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching
So
for the
Cleveland brings on a new reliever, number 41. He last pitched 2 days ago. One out left for the Cubs. So up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, and 2 groundouts. In the air out towards right center. Valera on the move to the gap. And that'll do it. The Guardians salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.